Now let's see this question. Srinu is 50% more efficient than Murali. If Srinu takes 20 days to finish a job, then Murali will take how much time? So they are saying that Srinu is going to finish some work, some job in 20 days. Okay? And Murali, we have to find out the number of days. So since we don't know the number of days, we are taking X days. But then they are saying that if Srinu is going to finish it, you see the Srinu's efficiency is 50% more than Murali's efficient. So if you assume that the rate at which Murali is working is Y units per day, then Srinu is 50% more efficient, which means whatever he is doing at that speed. See, whenever they say that more efficient, you are supposed to compare with the rate at which they are doing the work, right? So Y plus 50 by 100 into Y should be the Srinu's speed. So whatever Murali's speed is there, Srinu is 50% more efficient. That is why if his speed is Y, then Srinu's speed will be this. So which means it is 1.5 into Y. So 1.5 into Y units per day. Got it? Fine. Now this is what we got. Now observe this. By working at a rate of 1.5 units per day, he is able to finish the work in 20 days, right? So what is the total work done by Srinu? The total work done by Srinu equal to number of days into units per day. So which is equal to 20 into 1.5. So 20 is days and units per day, so you are going to get units, isn't it? If I multiply these two, days and days will get cancelled off. So you are going to get 30 units. So 30 units is the total work. There is Y also, right? So 30 Y units is the total work that is done by Srinu. Okay? So 30 Y is the total work. Okay? Now the same work will also have to be finished by Murali. Therefore, what is the total work done by Murali? X days into Y units per day. Therefore, you are going to get X into Y equal to 30Y. Got it? So you are going to get X equal to 30 days. So this is one way of solving it, and there are various other ways of solving it. You can also do it that way. Now see this. What is the relation between time taken and the efficiency? Efficiency is nothing but the speed, isn't it? See, the time taken to finish a project will be equal to total work divided by rate at which he is doing the work, right? And now since for both of them the work done is same, you can assume this way: T1 and R1, right? Then what about the second one? T2 equal to W by R2. Okay, so time taken by first person divided by time taken by second person will be equal to R2 by R1, right? In this case, if you see this, time taken by Srinu divided by time taken by Murali will be equal to, rates will be inversely proportional. Rate at which Murali is working divided by rate at which Srinu is working, given that work is constant, isn't it? Now it is already given that time taken by Srinu is 20 and we don't know what is the time taken by Murali. Let's assume that the time taken is Tm. And what about the rate of Murali? If you assume that rate of Murali is some y, then rate of Srinu will be 1.5 y, isn't it? If you assume rate of Murali is y, then rate of Srinu will be 1.5 into y, right? So what does it mean? Time taken by Murali will be equal to 20 into 1.5, so which is 30 days. So only mistake you might do here is, given that for 1.5y it is 20 days, you might try to find out how many days will it take for y. Then you will get less than 20 days, which means you are trying to apply a directly proportional relationship here. Are you getting this? If you try to solve it in such a way that for 1.5y the days is 20, then what is the number of days for y? If you are trying to apply that way, you are actually trying to get a relationship in such a way that the number of days required to finish a project is directly proportional to the speed, but it is inversely proportional. More faster you are, less time it will take, isn't it? Therefore speed and this will be inversely proportional. If you can observe this, you can finish it this way. Now other way of solving it is, initially you can assume that the work is some units and you can go by that. So which means if you want to see this, see Srinu is taking 20 days to finish the work and Murali is taking, let's say, X days. Now you can assume that the total work is 200 units or something like this, and you can find out, isn't it? You can assume that the total work is 200 units. Then what happens is the rate at which Srinu is working will be 200 divided by 20, which means 10 units per day, right? And we already know that the relationship between the Srinu speed and Murali's speed is 3/2, right? That way you can find out the rate here. See, if Srinu's speed is 10, and we know that the relationship between Srinu's speed and Murali's speed is, what is the ratio? Srinu's speed, rate at which Murali is working, is to rate at which Srinu is working, is equal to, they are saying that Srinu is 1.5, so 1.5, okay, and we have found out that Srinu's rate is 10, therefore Murali's rate will be 10 divided by 3/2, which means 20/3. In this case it is going to be 20/3 units per day. Are you getting this? I have assumed that initial work is 200 units, and since Srinu is able to finish it off in 20 days, the rate is 10 units per day. Got it? And from that I am able to find out the rate at which Murali is working, because Srinu is supposed to be 50% efficient. So from that I got it. Now at this rate, how many days does it take for him to finish 200 units of work? So it is nothing but work divided by rate, which means 200 divided by 20/3. Got it? So you are going to get 30 days. So you can use any of these methods to solve it. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is, we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. and these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.